John Beltran back from Match Bluff High School in Denver. The Brush Bee Diggers lead Olathe 11-3 as we head to the sixth inning. First full inning of work for Brandon Henke, who struck out the final two Bee Diggers in the top of the fifth when Brush played at 10 runs. It'll be Kyle Lynch, who is 0 for 3. He struck out twice. He's the only Bee Digger not to reach today that is still in the game. And that ball is in the dirt. Brush sent 15 men to the plate, making 15 in the fifth inning. 1-0. Taken for a strike down the middle, knee high. The count is leveled at 1-1. One ball, one strike to Kyle Lynch. And the offering, fastball is up and in, 2-1. Locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance offers home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. That's Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. 2-1 to Kyle Lynch. And he swings and taps it off to the shortstop, Suarez, and he drops the ball, picks it up, throws late, and throws it over the head of the first baseman, Supas. That will be the fourth error of the game for Olathe as Kyle Lynch reaches. And it's been not that type of game, but it's been that type of last 30 minutes for Olathe. Daniel Rubacaba has singled, popped the left, and then singled and scored in the fifth inning. The catch and a throw back to first, and back in standing is Lynch. It might be critical for Brush to win this game in 6 innings because that would save Maltos' arm for yet another inning. The stretch and the offering, and that changeup is a strike on the outer half, belt high. It's 0-1. In that fifth inning, the Bee Diggers had a 2-run double from Sam Guzman and a 2-run single from Colby Whalert. Those were the two biggest hits of the frame. The offering, curveball stays high. 1-1. For all of your auto supply needs, just stop by Central Auto Parts. Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, and nobody out. The pitch, swing, and a miss on a fastball just above the letters. 1-2. And Colby Whalert is on deck. Rubacaba awaits. Short lead for Kyle Lynch at first. The offering swung on and fouled off to the right and out of play. Count stays at 1-2. The one thing the Bee Diggers have done in this game that they really haven't done much this season, they played errorless baseball. The stretch, Rubacaba with a 1-2. Called strike 3 on the changeup on the outside corner, and Henke records his third strikeout, making his fourth strikeout. Here's Colby Whalert, who was struck out and hit a 2-run single in the 10-run fifth inning. And he awaits the pitch outside. The red-hot C.J. Kukas will hit next. And you turn it over to the top of the order. See if some special things can happen. The offering, fastball inside, 2-0. Well, because of that 10-run fifth inning, this game will run well over 2 hours. We started at 12:46. Throw back to first, back in diving is Kyle Lynch. It is 2-0 to Colby Whalert. Henke gets the sign. The pitch. Swung on and lined into center field. That's a base hit. Kyle Lynch moves to second. First and second with 1 out. And that ball was well up in the zone, maybe even out of the zone. And Whalert is now 2 for 3. C.J. Kukas popped to center, singled and scored in the fifth, and reached on an error and scored. Also in the fifth, he scored 2 runs in that frame, as did the on-deck hitter Brad Bass. And Kukas has been swinging at the first pitch, but that ball bounces up there all the way to the screen. Knoll chases it down, not before Lynch gets to third, Waylert strides into second. Well, now the Bee Diggers can grab a 10-run lead if Kukas gets a base hit, and again, maybe abbreviate this to a 6-inning game. Hankey will wind up with the runners at second and third and one down. The infield is in. Curveball is up and away. 2-0. The infield has got Corey at third. Jesus Suarez is starting pitchers at short, and Markley at second, Supas at first. That curveball is outside and low. 3-0, and Hankey does have a base open. 3 balls and no strikes. Kukas awaits the pitch, and here it is. Swing and a miss. Well, I don't know why he was swinging, but he was. On a 3-0 pitch with a base open, and only 1 out. It is 3-1 to Kukas. And he awaits. Swung on and hit foul. Right around the plate, it's 3-2. Now, Brad Bass will have his third at-bat in 2 innings, as is Kukas right now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. At third is Kyle Lynch. Colby Waylert at second with 1 down. 11-3 Brush. Swung on and popped up. And who's going to call for it? The pitcher. Now the third baseman comes in. The ball is dropped. It is dropped over there by the third baseman, Colby Corey. And all hands are safe. That is the 5th error of the game. No advancement by the runners at third and second. And now the bases are loaded. This has been a disaster for Olathe. Anytime you have more errors than you do runs and hits, it's obviously not a very good day. Bass has popped up, walked twice, and reached the fielder's choice. That's a strike. So Bass officially is 0 for 2. Now, Olathe had some of this happen to him last year against Bayfield in that district semifinal. The offering, curveball, is a strike. Boy, the Brush fans didn't like that. I don't think Bass thought it was a strike either, but he's down in the count at 0-2, looking to protect with the bases loaded. Brush leading 11-3 in the 6th inning. And the offering, that curveball went over his back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 errors have been committed in this frame. Bass awaits. Swung on and fouled back. Stays alive at 1-2. Brush was down 3-1 after 4 innings and scored 10 in the top of the 5th frame. And looking for more. At third is Kyle Lynch. At second is Colby Waylert. At first is C.J. Kukas. And the 1-2. Over but low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The infield is now at double play depth for Olathe. Bass with an open stance. And the 2-2 pitch. Curveball is just inside. It had a little bit of hook, but not enough to find the inside corner. 3-2. Nowhere to put him for Brandon Hankey. Bass taking his time, trying to throw off the timing of the Olathe right-hander. 3-2. Pitch to Bass. Inside, the ball hit him. That's a second beat digger to drive in a run via the hit by pitch. And it's now 12-3 in favor of Brush. Scoring is Kyle Lynch. Here is Derek Lynch, who's walked and scored, popped to center, singled and scored, and he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. And the offering, swing and a miss on that changeup at 0-1. So now Waylert is at third base, Kukas at second, and Bass at first. Lynch officially at 1 for 2, and that is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Derek Lynch from the left side. Back in. Brandon Hanke delivers. Swung on and lined into right field. That's a base hit. Waylard crosses home plate. Around third is C.J. Kukas. He will score. Bass heads to third. It's a 2-run single for Derek Lynch. And the Beat Diggers have plated 3 in the top of the 6th inning and now lead 14-3. And Lynch has now driven in 3 runs in the game. Here's Roy Grauberger. Grauberger had a 2-run single in that 10-run 5th. Also had a triple, and he walked twice. He has scored a run. Wow, what a game this has turned out to be for Brush. The Beat Diggers in their 2nd game of the year against Pueblo West scored 19 runs. They scored 14 against University, and that curveball is outside. 1-0. All the Beat Diggers need to do now, even if another run does not score, is hold Olathe to a run or less in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they would win the game. A stretch and the offering. Curveball is outside, 2-0. Jesus Suarez, the starting pitcher, struggled in the 1st inning, then really got his game together. He stymied the Beat Diggers from innings 2 through 4. Then it all blew up in the 5th. Swung on in line into left field. That's a base hit. Bass will step on home plate. To second base is Derek Lynch. Grauberger now has 3 hits in the game and 3 RBIs. And Brush leads Olathe 15-3. Arturo Maltos is 1 for 3. And his base hit was a bunt single, which I'm sure he will not attempt at this point. At that point, the game was close. The pitch. He swings and lines it into left center field for a base hit. That ball's going to roll for a little while. Rounding third and scoring is Derek Lynch. Roy Grauberger to third base. Arturo Maltos with the RBI, and now Brush leads 16-3. Brush has picked up 3 consecutive hits, 4 in the inning, and 13 in the game. And I believe we might have another pitching change. And we will. Let's take a 1-minute break. Brush 16, Olathe 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Brush Beat Diggers are on their way towards a district tournament championship game meeting with Colorado Springs Christian, as the 3rd seed Match Buff was eliminated earlier today by CS Christian 5-3. So it looks like the 30th seed will take on the 19th seed. Brush leading 16-3. And Colby Corey's the new pitcher. Swung on and grounded to third. It'll be fielded to throw to second. That is 1. And the throw to first is late. Breaking for the plate is Grauberger. He'll score on the fielder's choice from Sam Guzman. And the Beat Diggers now lead by a score of 17-3. With 6 runs across in the top of the 6th inning. For the 2nd straight inning, the Beat Diggers have batted around. Kyle Lynch is the 10th hitter of the frame. 1 on and 2 down. And that is outside. Lynch in the game is 0 for 4. Struck out twice, grounded to short in the opening frame, and reached on an error to begin a messy 6th inning as far as Olathe is concerned. Swing and tapped up the first base side. It'll be picked up by Noel. He'll throw to first. The inning is over. However, the Beat Diggers do have another big frame with 6 runs. They get it on 4 base hits, 2 Olathe errors, and a man left. 5.5 complete. The Beat Diggers are 3 outs away from putting this one away. Brush 17, Olathe 3 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.